Okay, so I just want to do a short little review for you on the bot lane on the two games
Welcome
we've
to
lost.
Summoner's
This is
Rift.
not an easy lane, so don't feel too bad. I basically just wanted to give you guys Pike, and
30
Samira does well
seconds
with
until
Pike.
minions
They
spawn.
picked a lane that's pretty hard to play into, which is okay.
Minions have spawned.
So, first things first, you start out of the lane, you start out in lane, right? They're leashing. Oh, and because they're leashing, right, we guarantee push. Now, my question here is if we jump back real quick and pause. So we've hit here and we've hit here, right? You want to get level 2, makes sense, right? But at what point have you secured level 2 and hitting the wave? All right, I'd say that you're basically 100% here. Moreover, if you want to guarantee level 2 and you know they're leashing, there's something else you can do, right? So you can let this whole wave go and collect, right? Instead of hitting it like this, wait for the whole wave to join up, right? Because you still have your Q, you still have your W, right? If you need to really get a chunk, you can still, right? Like your W will, or your Q will hit all of that, right? If you need a chunk. But we don't really need a chunk, right? If we wait for this whole wave to meet up, right? And when I say meet up, I want every single creep to be attacking something. If you do that, you keep the wave even. See how this is kind of like all fucked up? And then you attack the middle ranged creep. It'll re-aggro all the ranged creep onto one minion, and then this will get ticked down really fast, and it'll die before they get to lane, right? Which effectively means that you're going to be a minion up no matter what they do in XP, which secures you the push. And the reason why we want to do this, right? Instead of like just smacking the wave consistently, right? Is because you're playing like an engaged bot lane, right? You need all in, right? And where do we want to all in, right? If we've got the lines of the lane, right? Where is it possible to all in? Right? We can't fight them here because they're just gonna run to their tower, right? We can't fight them here. So we want to keep the wave here for our level 2. We want to hit level 2 here, right? Level 2 in this lane needs to be hit here. Right? And the wave needs to be here while you're level 2 and they're level 1. So let's see what happens. We're pushing. Look, the wave is, if I draw the lines again, right? Where's the wave headed? Right, we get this chunk on Galio, this is super good, right? We're still hitting. We've already won level 2, right? Like, we guaranteed have level 2 right now. We know that we have level 2. Right? Like, look at all the creeps that she's behind. Right? We've got a good chunk going. First off, huge mistake from your jungler, like your support. He doesn't need to hit this. That doesn't need to happen. What he needs to do is fucking move up. Put pressure on them, right? He's about to hit level 2. If he hits level 2, right, he can E forward, he can Q them into you, right? And as you're hitting this, right, your auto attack range, it's large, right? We have a large auto attack range. We can like fucking walk up, stand here, and hit the last creep, right? Which will give us level 2 and then allow you to also E in, right? On top of them. So, point is that if you notice, look, we hit level 2, right? But look at the creeps. There's 2 creeps left. If they walk away right now, where's the wave gonna be? During your, well, they're level 2, you're level 2, and they're level 1, look where the wave is. Can we fight them anymore? Can we use our level 2 advantage, or are they just gonna get level 2 for free? Alright? We hit the wave too much, level 1. We fucked ourselves. And that's higher level wave management that we'll get into. I understand what you're trying to do here, right? You won't let the wave push into you. But a good way to do that, right, is again, count minions, right? We have a total of 5, right? They have a total of 5. Perfect, right? We want to try and keep that even. Actually, we have 6. What am I doing? We have 6 minions, right? So if we have 6 minions, right? We should probably start hitting one of the minions at some point, right? Because Sivir pushes faster than us, right? 1 Q and this entire wave's gone. Like, look how quick. Now that we have 3 minions to their fucking 6 minions and a cannon, how are we gonna stop this from crashing to our tower if we don't start hitting it? We need to auto. We need to keep autoing the wave, right? We need to be, queuing the wave, etc., etc. Also, another thing I'm going to tell you, she has a long line skill shot, right, that she wants to hit the wave with. We don't want to stand in the wave. Stand here, right? Stand here. Stand here. If you're going to stand here, make sure your pike's standing there, right? But we're just giving her cues right now. We're asking to be cued. But like, we need to be queuing the wave. We need to be, you know what I mean? Like, we're letting them get the crap. And the last thing I'm gonna go over, because this lane really needs to kill at level 2, right? To really push an advantage. Is our next opportunity, we're both level 3, right? Is right now. You'll see it when you see it. Okay. First objective, right? Hook the fucking person into us. Right? What is your passive do, man? Samir's attacks against enemies affected by immobilizing effects, right? Dash to her, and it keeps the enemy knocked up, right? When you're knocked up, you can't flash. You can't do anything. What did we auto? If we look, what did we auto? Let's see, who did we auto attack during the knockup? We autoed the creep, which allows it to flash, which then means that you guys don't get comboed by the support because you have no pressure anymore. Which then we walked into. We walked into his W. And then we Q'd nothing, or W'd nothing. Alright? Like if your pike's hooking, right? You should be positioning yourself, right, to follow up. Right, but like we walked into melee range, we W'd one auto attack, when we could have, for instance, W'd that, we could have W'd the Wind of the War, could have W'd a bunch of things. So that's the main thing for positioning, right? You guys are in a pretty bad spot now. Basically have to get bailed out by your jungler. It has to happen. Like you have to be calling your jungler to get bailed out. As you can see, y'all are pretty doomed here. That was terrible. Exactly what we didn't want to have happen, and we didn't bury or flash. Pretty deplorable. But all in all, I can tell that you're starting to understand waves a little bit. Samira is a pretty hard champ to execute upon. I'm not very good at her either, but that is game 1. Then we can go game 2 real quick. Game 2, I think you were on Sivir. Let's just see what happens in the lane real quick. I'm just covering lane for these games. Okay. So once again, you guys are getting to start in lane. So when you're starting in lane and you have poke, what do you think I'm going to tell you to do? Don't let them enter for free, right? So number one, we're letting them come in for free. Number two is going to be, you know, when is Zyra strong, right? She has no Q anymore. When she has no Q, we can walk up and fuck her up, right? Champion has nothing. We don't need to be so scared of her, right? Maokai in level 1, right?
Not so fast.
If let's say you and Braum walk here or walk up here, right? You can zone her off the wave. Because Braum is an insanely strong level 1 champion, right? Because of his passive. He puts up his passive, he slows, and he can do that a lot, right? He's just insanely good value. And you have your Q, which means that if someone's walking in a line against a wall, right, where they can't dodge, you can just fucking, you know, press Q and chunk her to like here, right, before she even gets into the lane. Moreover, if you are doing that, right, and she walks up, what is she going to do? She's probably going to use her ability to get these creeps. Boom. Ability's gone. She still needs to auto these creeps. We're in Narnia, right? Look, he's in Narnia, you're in Narnia. If we were here, or here, we could say, wait a second, this girl has no Q. This guy is fucking useless level 1. What is he gonna do? He's a fucking tree. He doesn't do anything, right? Why aren't we walking up and hitting her? Like, dude, if you already chunked her to here, right, with your first Q, you could chunk her again to here. Game's over. Right? Like, what happens if this guy walks up and tries to Q you on Maokai? You walk away and he gets Braum slowed and fucked. This girl literally has 7 seconds of nothing. She's literally not able to do anything, and she's got 2 creeps to get. And guess where she's standing, right? She's standing in the wave. What does our Q do, right? Our Q's a long line skill shot. We could literally Q, get this creep, hit her, right? Like we're just so scared, right? We're so scared. See what I mean? Look, you hit her with only one part of your Q. You could have hit her like 5 times. But why are we scared of her? Look, she's got nothing. She's literally walking into you with no spells. Look, even now she has nothing. We just took the damage and then are running away after. What is she gonna do? I don't know where Esco is. He's in Narnia. Dude's thinking about what he's gonna eat for dinner tonight or something. I don't know. Like, he's just walking around. We've already failed level 1. And I know you're playing Sliver, but it doesn't mean that you're useless, right? Like, look. This is 1 W from you, and like I think like maybe one full Q and a Braum Q. Look at her HP. Look, she even walked back into it. She's just killing herself. If you would just help her do it, she'd be dead. Right? Like, what do we have to be scared of this Maokai? If you're really that scared of Maokai, just take E level 2.
Not so fast.
Right? Like, What can people not do when the wave's dead, right? Because remember, the wave helps you. They cannot walk into it. Where's Maokai and all clicking? He's clicking this way, while the wave is going this way. Where should we be moving, right? We should be fucking standing here already, walking towards him, landing a Braum Q, and running him down the lane until he dies. Alright? How is this allowed? Look! Look at her! Look at her! Fucking kill him! But instead we're like scared, we're walking back, right? We're standing on the wave to go and get hit by all of her abilities. Like, what are we doing? That's level 2, you guys have already screwed yourselves. Level 2. I'm not gonna go over it anymore. That's bad. And I will send over a pro play example at some point soon. Actually, I have some time. I can go over some of these other games if you'd like. Why not? We'll check the laning phase. Your solo queue was so good the other day. We were playing jinx from right? Good positioning. Right? You can just stand in this pocket, right? Because, and this is, by the way, you want to stand a little bit farther up, right? Because if he Qs you, right, standing here, you walk this way, right? Or you walk back. If she E's you, right, you walk back. Or you walk this way. But if you're standing where you're standing, right on this wall here, up here, you can only go this way or this way, and it's a big ass fucking Q, right? We're cutting off our ability to make directional inputs. Like, standing on a wall makes her life so easy, right? Look how big her E is, right? It takes up this entire zone. So we need to stand where there's room to move. That, or use the fact that you have a Nautilus level 1, right? And if she eats a hook in here, she's dead. Where you and Nautilus can literally just walk here and force her out of the bush because he's got a hook, which is the optimal thing to do. Like, it's okay to stand here at the opening of the lane because you don't want to just get chunked. But the honest truth is that you can just force her out of the bush because Nautilus has hook, right? Alright, this is not terrible. I don't like when we're standing on the wave, but it's okay. I'm not sure why you're not autoing anymore. They get level 2 here. I don't know why you're walking into them. Okay. So we give up a lot of autos here because I think we're like scared. Getting like Lux E'd or something. But they get level 2, which means we go out, right? We never go in. Level 2, we go out, right? If we lose this creep, if we lose this creep, if we lose this creep, or we lose this creep, are we going to lose the game? No, we are not going to lose the game. If we give them all of our summoners right here and or die and get chunked to a fucking inch of our life, are we going to lose the game? We could lose the game off of that, right? We're going to lose all of our agency in lane. You're going to be begging for your jungle to right? This is... Yeah, there you go. Look. All I need to see is that you get rooted. We know. Inch of your life, no summoners, you're fucked. Right? Versus better players, your lane's done. Absolutely done. You can't play the game anymore. Look at Esco and use health. He's just fucking eating them for breakfast. Right? You're lucky this is an Ivern, because if this was a different jungler, they could literally just dive you off that, right? You'd be level 1, and you'd get soaked. And you'd not play the game. You are so lucky that this guy has literally 0 brain on Ezreal. So lucky. This should never happen. It's a great hook. Don't get me wrong. I like your follow-up. But I will say this very specifically. Okay. If we're paying attention to Lux here, when you get this kill, right? Where do you think, at this point, right? This guy's dead. We know he's dead. He's you know, fucking dead face, right? Well, where do you think you need to click, right? After getting this kill. Mind you, you just watched her use all of her abilities. Right? You need to fucking go minigun and start hitting her. What was this, like, fucking break your ankles double take? Why did we go to here and then decide, oh wait, we can chase? Right? Like, look, there's one ability, there's 2 abilities. Done. Good follow-up. We love this. You waited for the root, you put down the W, guarantees. He gets out of your range, you go to rockets. Perfect. Right? Perfect. At this point, why do we run the fuck away? Look at this. Boom. All the way back. Then we're like, oh wait, we can kill. She's dead, by the way. And Esco ends up having to die for this. And even still, she could have gone out. That's the funniest part. Did you know she could have gone out off of that? Because she had flash? She could have lived. She, like Ezreal, just doesn't remember that her buttons exist, right? Look, one auto attack, flash. You're done. So, we come back, we push out this lane. This is good. I like that you're pushing this out. You got your jungler here. You're using your passive to damage. Totally fine. Nice. You go base. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Nautilus goes to roam. Awesome. Exactly what we needed, right? The double kill is what allows this to happen. Huge. You're coming back. You're not losing anything really. Maybe a creep total. Yeah, you lost 2 creeps total. You're now back. You're in lane. This lane is coming to us. That's fine. We're gonna get all these on our tower. Perfect. Great. Question. Can we leave right now? As AD carry, can you leave? You're gonna miss this CS, you're gonna miss this CS, you're gonna miss this CS, this CS. You're gonna miss this CS, right? If I were you, I'd say I gotta push first, right? Look, look at what happens to your wave. Disregard anything else that's happening. Look at the wave.
Red team has slain the dragon.
You lost 2 whole waves for getting yourself a kill and assist, which is fine. Alright, it worked out. But could we have pushed this wave before leaving? Right? Pay close attention to when you leave. You're Jinx, right? If you want to push, you've got rockets. Where's our Viego? Our Viego's in fucking mid tower, bro. Are we contesting it without Viego? Does mid have push right now? No, mid doesn't have push. Let's see if mid pushes out their wave first. No, he doesn't finish pushing out his wave. You guys are moving. Fight. No reason. Was this gonna die in the next 5 seconds? No. Why aren't we pushing out our waves? Do we just want to give them CS? Like, look, Cat's wave's nice and fresh and saved for her. Ezreal's wave's nice and saved for her, right? If this went poorly, you're doomed. Yeah, if this went poorly, you're doomed. Thank God you win. It's push move, push move. It's always push move. Alright? So look, if you push this, right? If we go back, and this is just the explanation, right? To before any of this happened. If we push this wave, right? When it reaches your turret, right? If you look here on the map, you can see where the other wave is, which means that you can know where their wave is, right? Because they're mirrored. So where your wave is where their wave is. If you use like 3 auto attacks on these things, and like your W, right? And some auto attacks on these things, and wait for him to even get into river before you start getting into river, does this wave hit the tower? Yes, the wave does hit the tower. Awesome. What happens when the wave hits the tower? It pushes back into us, right? What happens when it pushes back into us? Our opponent loses creeps. So he'd lose the creeps to the tower, right? And then it would push into us, right? And we'd have a nice triple stacked wave to come back to, where we could just recall from the dragon and our wave would be fine. It would be pushing into us, right? We'd come back, set up a freeze, kill these guys, because he's got no summoners. She's immobile, right? We've got a Nautilus. But we're like literally losing ourselves opportunities trying to play like this solo queue. I need to be there to the fight. The fight's not even like, dude, look at your jungler. He's nowhere near. Right? Look at the Dragon's health. They're gonna do 4K in 2 seconds. Gotcha. Right? Like, the dragon wasn't even close to dying. You could have killed this wave, then come over. Fucking, you know, your teammates can wait. But everyone's moving like it's solo. Right? That's it. You know, that's all I have to say. And I honestly am not even gonna go over the Ashe game because this is an abnormal bot lane, and the rules for this bot lane is don't get hit by Chokyu, and you should be fine. So, yeah, that's it. Hope this was helpful. Sorry if I droned on. It's kind of hard doing coaching, talking just yourself. So, hopefully it was helpful.